show, yeah, this is an adult show. And if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go. This is an adult show, yeah, this is an adult show. And if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go.
It's probably time to go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm, of course, Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming, and welcome to TDAU Live, where just I, Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming, hang out, have a grand old time with y'all. We're going to go through some news stories. I'm going to roast some news. We're going to do some normal things this week. It's going to be fun. It's been a while. I'm glad to be back. Thank you guys for having me, and welcome to the show. Yeah, a couple things we're going to go through tonight. Apparently, people just found out the Army sells ammo to civilians. We got COVID mask updates and all sorts of stuff going on. So hope you guys enjoy the new videos. Let's get into the show.
Yeah, back baby.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk, and then all his friends left him and now he's here alone. This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk. Now he's here doing the Drunken Underwhelming live show.
This is a weird show.
Drunken Underwhelming live show. Drunken Underwhelming live show. Drunken Underwhelming live show.
That's right, kids. Welcome back. Welcome to TDAU Live, starring, of course, I, Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming, and we got a bunch of fun stories to get into tonight. But it's been a hell of a week, guys. Thanksgiving pregame. It's finally here. I'm ready to destroy some turkey. The video, and I should have pulled that up if I was, good at this stuff. But today, my video went live of my Thanksgiving meal prep. So you should go check that out. Cooking to dominate Thanksgiving. Yeah. First cooking video we've done on the channel. And I'll pull that up real fast. Of course, you can't hear it right now, but got some cool lo-fi and a cool voiceover, and yeah, pretty happy with how that went. So thank you guys for checking that out. Yeah, 2 types of mashed potatoes and hickory super sausage stuffing. A hell of a video right there. It was a lot of cooking time combined down, and I had a fun time. We filmed it last year, I think, and I still hadn't gotten to it. So here we are, live on Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook, and welcome everybody back to TDAU Live. We're gonna get right into first story of the evening. Oh, and and you can kind of see it on the fridge. That's interesting. Oh, yep. Actually, I just got a message from the beautiful assistant stating as such. Fridge reflects your screen too much, FYI. Okay, so we'll go a little over. There we go. Maybe, kinda. I don't know. I'm learning on the fly here. Yeah, it does reflect the screen a little bit. Sorry about that. Anyways, here we go. Oh, Pete Clown World right here. Elon Musk suing Media Matters because Media Matters did some real scummy shit. What an interesting story we have. Yes, the X building flying high above whatever building and whatever crap city Twitter's hosted in. So basically, Media Matters was using Twitter and following certain people so they could line up ads next to certain undesirable accounts, and then claiming that Twitter was full of said undesirable content. Yeah, our DC-based nonprofit called the lawsuit frivolous. Advertisers have been fleeing the site formerly known as Twitter over concerns of their ads showing up next to pro-Nazi content and hate speech on the site in general. Billionaire Elon Musk has inflamed tensions with his own post endorsing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Because isn't that all of them? I don't know. I can't keep track at this point, guys. It's too much. IBM, NBC Universal, and its parent company Comcast said last week they stopped advertising on X after the Media Matters report said their ads were appearing alongside material praising Nazis. It was a fresh setback. The platform tries to wing back big brands and their ad dollars. So, yeah, basically, Media Matters just curated a list of crap content next to a couple big ones in their feed and refreshed a bunch of times. The reports are hysterical. A media report pointed to ads from Apple and Oracle that were placed next to anti-Semitic material on X. On Friday, it was also found ads on Amazon, NBA, Mexico, NBC Universal, and others next to white nationalist hashtags. Which is what now? What exactly would that be? San Francisco rated X as compliant, filed federal court in Fort Worth, Texas. The Media Matters knowingly and maliciously portrayed ads next to hateful material as if that were typical X users' experience on the platform. X's complaint claims that Media Matters manipulated algorithms on the platform to create images of advertisers' paid posts next to racist incendiary content. The juxtapositions, according to the complaint, were manufactured, inorganic, and extraordinarily rare. It says Media Matters did this by using X accounts that followed X users known to produce extreme fringe content and accounts owned by X's major advertisers. This, the complaint says, led to the feed aimed at producing side-by-side placements that Media Matters could screenshot in an effort to alienate X's advertisements. Media Matters said Monday that it stands by its reporting and expects to prevail in court. And yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he manages to take them on and take this kind of garbage cancel culture down. That would be great. But let's get into a fun story about what people are eating on Thanksgiving other than just turkey. And then I'll talk a little bit about my turkey and what I'll be doing. But yeah, 5 Latin Thanksgiving main dishes better than turkey. Now let's get into it. Hola, U.S. Spanish. I don't know why I clicked on this. It just looked like fun. And, getting ready for the big day tomorrow. This is a beautiful photo. So pernilla is a slow roasted pork dish commonly prepared in the oven and celebrated as a mainstay in Latin cuisine, particularly during festive holidays. The meat is cooked until fork tender. Its highlight, its tasty and crunchy outer layer known as the cuero. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Crispy treat that most Latinos eagerly want. Pernil is packed with rich infusions of savory flavor and is marinated in a medley Latin seasonings such as sofrito, sazon, adobo, garlic, oregano, salt, and pepper. Thanksgiving's long been synonymously with the iconic turkey taking center stage at the dinner table, which is a shame considering how most people treat their Thanksgiving bird. Surrounded by an enticing array of side dishes. What if you're not a fan of turkey? Well, then people tend to go with ham, and ham is meant to go in a sandwich or in an omelet. It's not meant to be a main course. There's always room for culinary experimentation, especially if you're feeling adventurous and looking to shake up your Thanksgiving traditions. Baked ham, or jamon, is a standout meal dish in Latin cuisine, particularly beloved during the holiday festivities. Its distinctive flavor comes from a seasoning blend of cloves, pineapple, cherries, and sugar, giving it a delightful sweetness as the ham bakes. The sweet pineapple juices seep into the meat, making it juicy and enhancing the overall sweetness. Plus, the vibrant colors of the fruit slices add to the visually stunning appeal to this Latin favorite. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they use sweetness like 6 times there as a... here we go. It's the curated list of 5 dishes. Sanacho is a traditional Latin stew made with beef veggies and Latin seasonings. It's a soup delicacy in Latin cuisine. If your guests have dietary restrictions, try a twist with the Latin vegan version this Thanksgiving, which sounds not great at all. Whether it's the main dish for a Latin vegan Thanksgiving or additional non-meat option to all your guests, it's made with yucca, plantains, root vegetables, yams, potatoes, corn, and Latin seasonings. Well, it might not look as visually appealing as the other dishes because it's not a big, beautiful roast, mind you. It's packed with flavors and enticing aromas. Here we got the Cuban mojo pot roast. It isn't your usual pot roast. Like pernil and baked chicken, it's slow roasted in the oven, delivering a savory and flavorful dish with intense tastes. Seasoned with citrusy flavor, orange juice, lemon juice, or lime juice, Latin seasonings like onion, garlic, cumin, oregano, salt, and pepper. It's one of the tastiest pot roasts you'll ever enjoy. Yeah, it sounds like a pot roast. So yeah, that was it. The 5 Latin dishes we might enjoy for Thanksgiving. No. The reflection kind of gave it away. I'll move right to the next one. Also coming back for this holiday season. Yep, mask mandates. Here we go. Health topics are mentioned in the article from Newsweek. COVID mask update as California county issues mandate. county in California has reinstated a face mask mandate until March 2024 in a bid to prevent the spread of diseases, including COVID-19. And I assume to just make the general population look better down there. I don't know. It might also discourage some of the crack smoking, meth smoking that's going on. But they'll probably just smoke through the mask, let's be honest. Marion County's health order requires anybody entering a hospital to wear a face mask if they're vaccinated or not. And yeah, that was a interesting story that now the military's, the Army ad the other day. They're now advertising that they're accepting non-vaccinated service members, which is interesting. Pretty sure they were just getting kicked out just a short couple months ago. I don't know. Marion County's health order requires anybody, hospitalizations and positive cases of COVID-19 throughout the U.S. have risen over the summer, but appear to reach a peak at the end of September. So yeah, we should definitely put one in now. That makes sense. Recent maps released by the CDC show that states in the Great Lakes and Northern Midwest regions have the highest rate of the virus throughout America. A major review in face mask, or maybe they're just people that are more likely to test for it, and other people tend to get sick and just kind of brush it off. A major review in the face mask published in August by the Royal Society in the UK concluded that they unequivocally reduce COVID-19 infections. However, the measure has proved unpopular worldwide, and several top Republicans have vowed not to legislate the restriction. Yes. Because it's like one more thing to argue about other than something real. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed a law barring any government agency from enforcing mask mandates in the state. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders posted X, formerly Twitter, in August, "We'll never make you or your children wear a mask." While some other people said they have also ruled out bringing back their mask mandates. No such legislation exists in California. Marion County mask mandate can implement a range of penalties, including misdemeanor charges or jail time on people who do not follow the rule. The irony in California is that you'll face jail time for not wearing a mask, but you'll be sent home if you rob a convenience store. It's fascinating. In a statement, Marion County officials said of their new restrictions, the intent of the order is to protect individuals in those high-risk healthcare settings and limit the spread of seasonal respiratory viruses, including RSV, influenza, and COVID-19. It will apply to all individuals within the facility while they are in patient care areas. Children under age 6 and those with valid medical reasons are exempt, according to the Marion County Health website. Yeah. Anyways, it's the slow creep of masks on my back. Just because you don't have enough going on, right? It's what a time to be alive, my friends. That's for sure. I was thinking I could change that. Maybe not. I'll have to play around with the layout editing here and figure out what I can do, and maybe punch it a little bit to get rid of some of that reflection. I apologize. It's the new show, slightly new setup in the studio, but yeah, it's a little distracting. I apologize. Let's see if that one might help a little bit. We go with third cam and be like, "Hey guys." Okay. Yeah, COVID masks. Yippee. Okay, let's get into some drunken underwhelming type topics. Here we go. If you ever wondered why the drunken underwhelming decided to put the TDAU live premiere on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, here we go. BBC News, Thanksgiving. Blackout Wednesday prompts drunk driving warnings. That's right. Unbeknownst to many people, it's actually the biggest alcohol consumption holiday. Like beats New Year's Eve and St. Paddy's Day. Anyways, officials are warning Americans to be cautious on Blackout Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, due to an annual spike in drunk driving crashes. Wednesday is expected to be the heaviest drinking night of the year, prompting officials to issue warnings. That's right. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out there. The day, which is also known as Drinksgiving, will see an increased police presence on the roads in the U.S. Other organizations are offering free or discounted trips or ride-sharing apps in an effort to reduce accidents. Norfolk, Virginia, a local organization, has partnered with Lyft to provide these rides at a reduced rate on Wednesday to ensure you make it to the Thanksgiving table. The state of Maryland, meanwhile, is giving out 1,000 ride credits for Lyft, valued at $20 each. starting on Thanksgiving Eve. Foundation in New Jersey is gifting $10 ride credits to some residents. Some police departments in smaller communities have even offered safe ride home if necessary. Few people work on Thanksgiving in the U.S., meaning the night before is a popular party night, but some cities record their highest drunk driving accidents of the year. During the Thanksgiving holiday weekend between 2017 and 2021, more than 830 people died in crashes involving a drunk driver, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. It said, ordinarily, about 37 people in the U.S. die in drunk driving crashes every day. Transportation Department has advised Americans to plan ahead and to avoid drinking, even if they only had one drink. If encouraged, tell them to call a friend, a taxi, or rideshare company instead of getting behind the wheel. Yeah, fun, unknown fun fact that yes, the Drinksgiving. I didn't know it was called Blackout Wednesday. I guess that's because of Black Friday. It's like a play on that, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know that. That's interesting things we learn here on the Drunken or on TDAU Live, the successor of the Drunken Under Quarantine show. So yeah, thank you guys for coming back. Do appreciate it. Let's the next one. Actually, let's watch I'll show a couple clips, highlight the cooking video from today, as if you needed any more convincing to go over there and check it out. It's a beautiful little video. I did have a lot of fun editing this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. I'm about to teach you how to dominate your Thanksgiving. That's right. 3 recipes, 2 types of mashed potatoes, and stuffing. We're going to get to it in this video. So I'm going to start by dicing up some onions. I'm showing you with this knife just because if I can do it with this big knife, you can do it with any knife. Knife skills are something that everybody should know. Anyway, it's just a quick little, hey, this is over there, by the way. You should check it out. Because, yeah, I had a lot of fun putting that together. And there's a lot of interesting tips and hints in there. And get on it. Anyways, let's, I found this interesting that people are just realizing this is a thing. And, like this is news, right? Army plant sells AR-15 ammo to civilians, drawing scrutiny. Like, that's why you're drawing scrutiny over the U.S. military? It's that one plant that they use, they don't even own, they just fund. Like, members of Congress are calling for a detailed examination of a deal that allows U.S. Army plant to supply ammunition for AR-15 style weapons, including ammo used in numerous mass shootings, to the commercial market. A New York Times investigation published this month and based on more than 1 million pages of law enforcement records found ammunition from the Lake City Army ammunition plant near Kansas City, Missouri, which carries a distinctive LC marking on the casing. It's been used in at least a dozen mass shootings in the U.S. since 2012, including the 2017 Las Vegas shooting, blah, 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 and a bunch of others, as well as murders of police officers. Yeah, because it's like the most popular rifle ammo for the most popular rifle in the country. What do you like? The fact that people are just realizing this is kind of mind-boggling. Built during World War II, the plant, which has received $860 million from the Pentagon for improvements over the last 20 years, that's a lot of money, maintains the ability to produce some 1.6 billion rounds of ammo each year under contract with the Army. It's the largest producer of small arms ammunition within the Department of Defense, according to the Kansas City District U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. That's something of a side business. Since the 1990s, the plant has supplied ammo to commercial market with little public oversight, per the Times. Yeah, because there's not serious oversight for munitions manufacturing. Like, what are you talking about? Very little public oversight. As of 2020, as much as 66% of ammunition produced at the facility entered the commercial market, according to the Times. It's been seized from violent felons, rioters at the U.S. Capitol, and people who threatened to shoot U.S. politicians, per the Times. Yeah, as well as with hundreds of thousands of other people, because it's a very popular ammo. Like, wow. On Friday, Rep. Robert Garcia wrote to the Army Secretary noting federal subsidies may be artificially increasing the availability of ammunitions in the civilian marketplace and contributing to serious violence by private citizens. Yeah, because That's the problem with these idiots, is now we're talking about ammunition's too easy to get. Like, we can't take away your guns because the Constitution says we can't, but we find this loophole. McCollum also flagged the disturbing use of the ammunition, adding she would request a briefing from the Army on how the contracts are issued at this plant. Senator Elizabeth Warren, meanwhile, called for meaningful oversight by Congress, saying it's unconscionable for the U.S. government to be in the business of making military-grade ammunition to sell to civilians. Only last month, the Kansas City District of U.S. Army Corps of Engineers quoted a project manager saying potentially billions of dollars could flow into the ammunition plant over the next decade. And I mean, like, what else should they be doing? At least this is for the U.S. citizens, which is very telling that all of these people want it gone. Yeah, just mind-boggling. And then they always ask about, why would you ever possibly need an AR-15? I tell you, my friends, because of super pigs. Super pigs. That's all you need. Not that you need a reason. It's your God-given right. But yeah, a population of hard-to-eradicate super pigs in Canada is threatening to invade the U.S. That's right. Super pigs, my friends. It's from Minneapolis, the Associated Press. An exploding population of hard-to-eradicate super pigs in Canada threatening to spill south of the border. In the northern states like Minnesota, North Dakota, and Montana are taking steps to stop the invasion. In Canada, the wild pigs roaming Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba pose a new threat. They're often crossbreeds that combine the survival skills of wild Eurasian boar with the size and high fertility of the domestic swine to create a super pig that's spreading out of control. Ryan Book, a professor at the University of Saskatchewan, one of Canada's leading authorities on the problem, calls feral swine the most invasive animal on the planet and an ecological train wreck. Pigs are not native to North America. While they roam parts of the continent for centuries, Canada's problem dates back only in the 1980s when it encouraged farmers to raise wild boar, Brooks said. Of course they did. The market collapsed after peaking in 2001, and some frustrated farmers simply cut their fences, setting the animals free. Because, you know, like, why wouldn't you just let a bunch of fruit go free? Like, you kind of shut down your farm and just slowly ate them. I don't understand. It turned out that the pigs were very good at surviving Canadian winters. Smart, adaptable, and furry. They eat anything, including crops and wildlife. And probably people if they find you, in a real hard sleep. They tear up the land when they root for bugs and crops. They can spread devastating diseases to hog farms like African swine fever. Sounds, that's a sexy name for a disease. African swine fever. And they reproduce quickly. A sow can have 6 piglets in a litter and raise 2 litters in a year. That means 65% or more of the wild pig population could be killed every year, and it will still increase, Brooks said. Hunting just makes the problem worse, he said. The success rate for hunters is only about 2 to 3%, and several states have banned hunting because it makes the pigs more wary and nocturnal, tougher to track down and eradicate. Wild pigs cause around $2.5 billion in damage to U.S. crop every year, mostly in southern states like Texas. They can be aggressive towards humans. A woman in Texas was killed by wild pigs in 2019. Eradication of wild pigs is no longer possible in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, Brooks said. The situation isn't hopeless everywhere, and a few U.S. states have eliminated them. The key, he said, is having a detection system that finds them early and fast and then responding quickly. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'd pull up videos, but I don't know. I don't know how that would go over on YouTube. They erect these giant cages and bait the wild boars in, and then they drop because the trick is, like, they're really smart and you won't get them if they get scared, like, they're not coming back. And if you get away, you've lost you have to get like the whole herd at once. And yeah, it's pretty nuts. Nobody should be surprised when the pigs start walking across the border if they haven't already, Brooks said. The question is, what'll be done about it? Well, if there was a fence there, that wouldn't be an issue. Brooks said Montana had been the most serious about keeping wild pigs out. It banned raising and transporting wild pigs within the state. The only path forward is if you have to be really aggressive and use all the tools in their toolbox, Brooks said. That could include big ground traps like names like Boarbuster or net guns fired from helicopters. Net guns fired from helicopters. Like, really, that's like That's a serious pitch on how to deal with the wild hog problem. Like, shoot him with a net from a helicopter. That's wonderful. Some states and provinces embrace crowdsourced squealing pigs tracking programs. Scientists have also studied poisons such as sodium nitrate, but they risk harming other species. Minnesota is among the states to prevent the swine from taking hold. State Department of Natural Resources expected to release a report in February identifying gaps in the management plan, recommend new prevention steps. Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is using aircraft and drones to beef up surveillance along the northern border. Minnesota was declared an eradicated state after the USDA Wildlife Services shot and killed a group of pigs in 2016 that wandered off the farm and turned feral in the far northwest corner of the state, but not before they began to reproduce and root up wildlife preserve. Gary Nothenberg, the Minnesota Director of Wildlife Services, said as far as he knows, no truly wild pigs have made their way to his state yet. Feral swine have been reported in at least 35 states, according to the USDA. The agency estimates the swine population in those states total around 6 million. Slashing the National Feral Swine Management Program in 2014, the USDA has provided funding to 33 states, said Mike Marlowe. He said their goal is to eradicate wild pigs where the populations are low or emerging and to limit the damage when they're already established, such as Texas and southeastern states. The program has had success in some states that have small populations like Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Wisconsin, and Washington. He said animals are spotted occasionally and quickly killed off in North Dakota. And we're making great strides towards success, Marlowe said, but eradication is not in the near future. Yeah, I didn't know that Vermont had one because that would have been like a thing, I think. I definitely would have helped hunt some boars. Yeah, I don't know why that's why I didn't know about that. Anyways, we just got a couple more before we get on over to the after show for a few minutes, and probably be keeping these episodes a little tight for the beginning until I get back used to it and get my feet underneath me. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, I don't know how this one's going to go. Here we go. Biden brags that egg prices are down 22% after tripling in price since he took office. Yes, it doesn't seem like the brag they thought it was. According to the White House, history had not begun when the president was born 81 years ago. It didn't even begin when Joe Biden became president nearly 3 years ago. Instead, the executive branch would like you to believe that history and price levels began only 1 year ago. Okay, I get what they did there. Yeah, it took me a second. TDAU live, baby. There's a reason just 2% of voters polled by the New York Times said the economy was under Bidenomics. It's excellent. They weren't just born yesterday. We're currently in the year of the worst inflationary crisis in the past 40, and tone-deaf posts like this one from the White House feel like an insult to the common sense of the public. Airline tickets might be up 13% lower than they were a year ago, but that's 21% higher than they were when Biden took office. Rental car rates are down 9.6% from a year ago, but they're up 55% since he took office. Egg prices may be down 22% from a year ago, but they're up 40% when he took office. Milk prices might be down 1.6% from last year, but they're up 11%. Bacon down 5.1%, but up 24%. Used car and truck prices may be down 7% from last year, but they're up 23%. Only fresh vegetable and toy prices are essentially the same as they were at the start of 2021. Television prices are lower, considering a consistent 4-decade trend of technological innovation, bringing television deflation into the double digits. In other words, the White House wants you to appreciate egg prices falling 22% after literally tripling under Biden. While some of the prices increases for, say, airline travel could be chalked up to the post-COVID-19 demand, spiked after the vaccine rollout began right around Biden's inauguration, food overall is 20% more expensive than it was under Donald Trump. That's not a COVID problem. Yeah, it's a Biden crisis. That's actually, I'm gonna play the intro video again because I'm really damn proud of how this came out, and there was nobody here to watch it the first time.
Yeah, back baby.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk, and then all his friends left him, and now he's here alone. This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk. Now he's here doing the drunken underwhelming live show.
This is a weird show.
Drunken underwhelming live show. Drunken underwhelming live show. Drunken underwhelming live show.
Yeah, that's right. That's fun. I dig that. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're going to get into one more. Yeah, shorter shows. TDAU live. We're going to feel it out. And it'll probably lengthen out once there's more of you guys here hanging out with me. And yeah, I imagine it'll take a couple weeks for everybody to get back in routine. Here we go. Who knows what the hell this means, but libertarian victory in Argentina signals what's coming. And I've seen some clips of this guy, and they were absolutely hysterical. Javier Milei, I don't know, self-described anarcho-capitalist. So like I'm on his team anyways. Not that I know anything about Argentina or claim to, but the fact that somebody who describes themselves, because I don't even describe myself as an anarcho-capitalist normally, someone who has been elected as a president is it gives me hope. Has been elected the president of Argentina, drawing comparisons to former U.S. President Donald Trump due to his sensational rhetoric. Milei's campaign focused on the economic shock therapy and slashing the size of the state, promising to move the Argentine embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. His victory comes amid widespread discontent and rising poverty, with his opponent conceding defeat. Trump congratulated him and said, "Make Argentina great again. We're starting a new chapter in Argentina," proclaimed Milei. This chapter requires not only goodwill, intelligence, capability, but above all, dialogue and the necessary consensus for our homeland to traverse much more virtuous path in the future. Milei's proposals raised concern about public services and wealth programs, but he walked back some controversial proposals in his final campaign ad. The election revealed a deep division among Argentinians, with Milei's rhetoric resonating with those angered by the financial struggles. Yeah, and probably the fact that they're like sick of living under socialism and that it sucks. And now you've got a country that was formerly socialist for the past 40 years finally voting someone in who isn't. Fascinating times. That's for sure. Oh, no, just the friends chatting. Oh, no, this was actually the final one, and I don't actually have the tweet pulled up, and I should have. But, yeah. New York City Mayor Adams announced the city will reduce NYPD officers to below 30,000, slash education department due to financial impact of illegal aliens. What a time to be alive, my friends. It's been a very interesting... After 2020, we were all like, oh, this is a really weird year, and we won't have another weird one like that. And oh yeah, here we are. Here we are, in fact, having weird year after weird year after weird year. And yeah, who knows where it all goes. I don't know. I'll be your drunk magician, playing the violin as the ship sinks. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it, man. It's been fun. And real fun. And I can't wait to do this again next week. I will see you guys then. Thank you guys for joining me. They're all new credits, so check that out. And I will be over on the after show for just a few, and then we'll be gone. Until next week, Drunk Magician out. Thank you for joining me on TDAU Live, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Above all else, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful night. Drunk Magician out. Cheers. Now let's get the credits.